Xi'an, the capital of China's Shanxi province, is a city where the ancient and the modern blend seamlessly, a metropolis that stands as a living testament to the grandeur of Chinese civilization. For centuries, Xi'an, formerly known as Chang'an, was the heart of imperial China, serving as the capital for 13 dynasties and nurturing a culture that would radiate across continents. Its streets, alleys, and monuments whisper stories of emperors, poets, merchants, and warriors. Above all, Xi'an is renowned as the home of the Terracotta Army and as the eastern terminus of the legendary Silk Road. Two wonders that have shaped not only the destiny of China, but also the course of world history. To understand Xi'an's significance, one must first appreciate its geographical and strategic position. Nestled in the fertile Wei River Valley, shielded by the Qinling Mountains to the south and open to the northern plains, it was naturally suited to become a cradle of civilization. This setting provided abundant resources, security, and a crossroads for peoples and cultures. From this advantageous position, Xi'an rose to prominence during the Western Zhou dynasty, 1046 to 771 BC, and later, under the Qin, Han, Sui, and Tang dynasties, it flourished into one of the world's greatest cities. The story of the Terracotta Army begins with Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, who unified the warring states in 221 BC and established the Qin dynasty. Obsessed with immortality and the afterlife, Qin Shi Huang ordered the construction of a vast mausoleum complex near his capital, now modern Xi'an. Buried within this necropolis, life-size terracotta soldiers, horses, chariots, and weapons were crafted to guard the emperor in death as they had in life. Discovered accidentally in 19 by local farmers digging a well, the Terracotta Army stunned the world with its scale, artistry, and historical value. More than 8,000 soldiers, each with unique facial features and expressions, stand in silent ranks, a formidable force frozen in time. The Terracotta Army is more than an archaeological marvel. It is a window into the mind of an emperor and the ambitions of an age. Each figure was painstakingly assembled from separate parts, then painted in vivid colors that, though faded now, once brought the army to life. The soldiers' armor, hairstyles, and postures reflect the military organization and diversity of Qin society. Beyond the warriors, the pits contain acrobats, musicians, and officials, suggesting that the emperor envisioned a complete court to accompany him into eternity. The craftsmanship and logistical feat of creating such a massive army speak to the centralized power and technological prowess of the Qin state. Yet the Terracotta Army is but one chapter in Xi'an's long and illustrious history. Under the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, Chang'an became the capital of a vast empire whose influence reached far beyond China's borders. It was during this era that the Silk Road was born, linking the East and West in a vibrant web of trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. Caravans laden with silk, spices, precious stones, and exotic goods set out from Chang'an, traversing deserts, mountains, and oases to reach distant lands as far as Rome and Byzantium. In return, merchants and envoys brought back glassware, wool, gold, and new ideas, enriching the city's cosmopolitan character. The Silk Road was not merely a conduit for goods, it was a highway for religions, philosophies, art, and technology. Buddhism entered China along these routes, carried by monks and pilgrims who established temples and translated scriptures in Chang'an. The city became a melting pot where Persians, Sogdians, Arabs, and other foreigners mingled with locals, contributing to a vibrant urban life. Markets bustled with activity, and the air was filled with the sounds of foreign tongues, music, and laughter. The legacy of this golden age endures in the city's architecture, cuisine, and cultural memory. During the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 CE, Chang'an reached the zenith of its glory. With a population exceeding 1 million, it was the largest and most cosmopolitan city on Earth. The city's grid-like layout, grand avenues, palaces, and gardens inspired urban planning across East Asia. Poets like Li Bai and Du Fu wandered its streets, composing verses that captured the joys and sorrows of the age. The Tang court welcomed emissaries and travelers from Japan, Korea, India, Persia, and beyond, making Chang'an a true world capital. The city's openness fostered innovation in the arts, sciences, and philosophy, leaving an indelible mark on Chinese civilization. Even as political power shifted and dynasties fell, Xi'an retained its spiritual and cultural significance. The city's ancient walls, built during the Ming dynasty, still encircle the old town, standing as a symbol of continuity and resilience. Within these walls lie treasures such as the Big Wild Goose Pagoda, a soaring Buddhist monument built in the 7th century to house sacred scriptures brought from India by the monk Xuanzang. The pagoda remains a site of pilgrimage and reflection, connecting past and present. Modern Xi'an is a dynamic metropolis, where gleaming skyscrapers rise alongside ancient temples and bustling markets. The city has embraced its heritage, preserving archaeological sites and restoring historic neighborhoods while fostering innovation and economic growth. Museums display artifacts spanning millennia, from Neolithic pottery to Tang Dynasty ceramics, offering visitors a journey through time. Festivals celebrate traditional music, dance, and cuisine, keeping alive the spirit of the Silk Road. The discovery of the Terracotta Army transformed Xi'an into a global destination, attracting millions of visitors each year. The site, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is meticulously preserved, with new pits and figures continually unearthed by archaeologists. Guided tours reveal the intricacies of the warrior's construction, the mysteries of the emperor's tomb, which remains unopened, and the ongoing efforts to conserve these priceless relics. The Terracotta Army has inspired artists, writers, and filmmakers, becoming an icon of Chinese culture. Yet, the true wonder of Xi'an lies not only in its monuments, but in its people. Generations of residents have inherited a legacy of openness, creativity, and resilience. The city's food scene reflects its diverse history, blending flavors from across China and Central Asia. Spicy lamb kebabs, hand-pulled noodles, and savory dumplings tempt the palate. Night markets come alive with vendors selling snacks, crafts, and souvenirs, echoing the vibrant trade of ancient days. Xi'an's role as the starting point of the Silk Road is celebrated in contemporary initiatives to revive the ancient trade routes. The Belt and Road Initiative, launched by the Chinese government, seeks to rekindle economic and cultural ties between Asia, Europe, and Africa, with Xi'an as a symbolic gateway. The city hosts international forums, exhibitions, and cultural exchanges, reaffirming its place at the crossroads of civilizations. In the quiet courtyards of Old Xi'an, where the scent of incense drifts from temples and the sound of a guqin lingers in the air, one can sense the enduring spirit of the city. Here the past is never far away, woven into the fabric of daily life. Students recite classical poetry, artisans craft intricate shadow puppets, and elders share stories of emperors and explorers. Each generation adds its own chapter to the city's epic tale. As dusk falls over the city walls and lanterns illuminate the streets, Xi'an reveals its timeless beauty. The Terracotta Army stands guard in the earth, silent witnesses to the dreams of an emperor and the achievements of a civilization. The Silk Road stretches westward, a reminder of the journeys, encounters, and exchanges that have shaped our world. In Xi'an, history is alive, a source of inspiration, wisdom, and wonder for all who visit. From the grandeur of imperial palaces to the humble stalls of the Muslim quarter, from the solemn ranks of terracotta warriors to the lively rhythms of street performers, Xi'an offers a journey through time and space. It is a city that invites exploration, reflection, and discovery, a place where the echoes of the past resonate in every stone, every melody, and every smile. To walk its streets is to walk in the footsteps of emperors, merchants, and dreamers, to witness the unfolding of history and the promise of the future.